Paddington 2 is returning to our screens. It'll be scheduled to come out in 2017. British actor Ben Whishaw will be returned to voice the box office Christmas King of last year. The lovable bear will be returning with director Paul King coming back to write the script and direct the picture.
Some more Star Wars news. J.J. Abrams has come out and said that there is still one more character that he hasn't included in any of the promotional footage yet. Now, everyone who's actually seen the trailer so far is probably going to see that it's Luke Skywalker, but with many people that he still hasn't shown yet on the big screen, it could be anyone. So we've got to see what he's going to be.
Okay, so bad news for the Western remake of The Raid. Company Screen Gems have pulled out of the film, so they currently have no distributor for the film. Lead star Taylor Kitsch has left the film as well, and director Patrick Hughes, who recently directed Expendables 3, has departed the project. We're huge fans of the original Raid. Director Gareth Evans did an amazing job, and we don't want to see a remake of The Raid. In our opinion, there's absolutely no need because it's a perfect film in its sense. What we want is a Raid 3, so bring it on.
Wanting to repeat the success of rides to movie franchises, Disney is deciding to take its next step with the Tower of Terror film. Whether or not they're wanting to take on another Haunted Mansion is another thing coming, but it might be quite good to try and see if they can get this elevator come Twilight Zone twist into a film in some way.
Dennis Kelly, the creator and writer behind UK hit show Utopia, has got the job of writing the script for World War Z 2. Brad Pitt looks set to return, but there's no sight of who we will have in the director's chair for the film. Big fan of the first film when it came out a few years ago. Hopefully they keep the same edge and the 15 rated certificate they had for the film to keep it very violent and close to the book, hopefully.
In 2017, Power Rangers is coming back onto our screens. Now, the big movie adaptation has had a lot of buzz surrounding it over the last couple of months, but in the last week, they've actually come out and announced who it's going to be playing each Ranger. With some relative unknowns in all of the roles, it's almost impossible at the moment to tell where it's going to go. All we can say is that we're going to have a lot of buzz, we're going to have a lot of toys, and it's going to be in the next couple of years.
Great news for fans of Bad Santa. The sequel of the film has been greenlit, and it looks like Billy Bob Thornton has been confirmed to return as Santa Claus.
As you know here from All Things Movies, we are completely and utterly in love with Keanu Reeves. This isn't just a daily love, this isn't just a weekly love, this isn't just a lust, this is a love that everlasting. This is something that will last until the end of time. Whenever we look on our websites for any of the latest news and we see something to do with our beloved Keanu Reeves, we have to click on it, and this week is no different.
And new news on Keanu Reeves, our ultimate love, our everlasting love, is that John Wick 2 has started filming. Common has been announced as the lead villain in the film, and Ian McShane is returning to reprise his role from the first film. We are massively excited for this movie, and we can't wait for it to be released. We love you, Keanu.
Absolutely. So this week we're going to start off the superhero movie news with an interesting piece from Marvel. Now, they came out this week and announced that they wanted Matthew McConaughey to take on an evil villain role within their Phase 3 projects. This is quite interesting though, because as we have Josh Brolin taking on the main lead role with Thanos, and we've also got fan favourite Tom Hiddleston probably making an appearance at some point, it's really difficult to see where McConaughey would have actually fit in within the Marvel Universe at this time, given his current status in Hollywood. So whether or not this is something that you guys would have wanted to see, we would love to know what you think.
Some more superhero news, this time on DC. It has been announced that the solo movie for Batman, which will star Ben Affleck, will be focused on his relationship with Jason Todd, who eventually does turn into the Red Hood. They've said that they want it to be based more like Marvel's Captain America the Winter Soldier, with Batman kind of fighting over his relationship with Jason Todd and his descent into an evil role. As you can tell, because I'm talking about Ben Affleck, Ian's not here. He hates Ben Affleck, so he's decided to have no role in this news. But it does look like that Ben Affleck is going to direct the movie. Though it hasn't been announced officially, it does look like he's got a massive stronghold on the DC universe already.
Although a box office success, Spider-Man 3 was shit. Sam Raimi has finally turned around and actually admitted that he is slightly disappointed at actually how badly critics took it. Now, we were one of those people. We hated Spider-Man 3, but apparently he wants another go at it at some point in the future. Whether or not this would be a good idea or not, it's one to watch. We hear... Fuck off!
It's the people being shot, that's why.
No, it is. It's just
it's
hoods.
why
We're in the hood.
We are in the hood.
Yeah. So. We here at All Things Movies love our random movie news, and this week is no exception. This week, we once again have Leonardo DiCaprio, as it's been rumoured a Chinese casino decided they wanted to make a little bit of a commercial, but instead of just having any random unknowns, they turned to Hollywood.
And turning to Hollywood, they turned to the biggest stars on the market. Brad Pitt, Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio, and legendary filmmaker Martin Scorsese, who are all behind the short film. Reportedly, they have all been given a staggering amount of money, and reportedly it is $13 million each, which is crazy for its length, which is supposed to be between 10 to 15 minutes long.
Now, this short film is actually somewhat of an interesting thing, really. I mean, most people are saying, or most people who have seen it, are saying that it is one of the greatest 15 minutes they have ever seen, and it's actually touted to actually arrive in some sort of short movie type scenarios. Perhaps we'll see it in a couple of festivals. Now, I know one thing for sure: we would definitely be the first people to try and sit down and see it. Would you guys?
Really interesting news article has come out recently is that Wes Anderson is in line to make a horror movie, which is really interesting. I think personally it'd be a really, really good idea. Big fan of Wes Anderson's work, especially his recent stuff in the Grand Budapest Hotel. I really think he can recapture what really makes a original great horror movie. So I'm really intrigued to see how that will happen. Whether that will happen, that's another story, but I really think he can pull it off. So I'm really interested in this one. So keep an eye on All Things Movies and we'll keep you updated on that one.
The big news this week was James Bond Spectre being released in cinemas on Monday. Now, it's already raced past all records that has been previously set by Skyfall, and it looks to be one of the most successful Bond films in the franchise so far.
I can completely understand why that would be the case. I saw the film on Monday opening night, and it's not the best Daniel Craig movie. In my personal opinion, it's definitely better than Quantum of Solace, but I do prefer Casino Royale and Skyfall over Spectre. It does do very well with tying a lot of loose ends for Daniel Craig's Bond, and I can see how it would be a perfect fit-in for the perfect end of Daniel Craig's rendition of James Bond. A few little issues. The running time of the film was massively long, the longest one in Bond history. I really didn't see how it could be 2.5 hours. I did feel like I was nodding off throughout parts of the film, as it did feel a little bit boring. But I can appreciate the fact that they went to go into a different direction of the movie. Didn't necessarily have that massive blockbuster feel as loads of other Bonds do. They had a little bit of the cheesiness that they do have in a lot of Bonds, but it did kind of feel like an art house cinema, which is what I really enjoyed. It was shot superbly by Sam Mendes. Daniel Craig was again at his best. Christoph Waltz's absence from the screen was one of the most disappointing things that I saw in the movie. Now, Christoph Waltz was very good. I was expecting a lot more of him, but his character is brilliant. It does tie in really well with James Bond's character. So I really would like to see that this would be the last movie for James Bond, but I feel like in a sense it has ended on a bit of a disappointing point. So hopefully there might be one more Bond. Again, I'm hoping it does end there because Daniel Craig kind of seems to be getting sick of his character of James Bond. I did think it was a great movie, but it's just not Daniel Craig's best one.
So with Spectre having been released on Monday, it's now everywhere, and I think within America it's about in the next couple of weeks. Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Absolutely. So if you want your tickets, and get in quick because they're selling out everywhere. Now, if you want to check out our full review, please click on the link below.
Again, so that's the movie news all covered this week, so thank you very much for watching. And again, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to our channel, and you'll get all the updates of our new videos that come through every week.
See ya!
Bye!